Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mavor Hype Unity Tournament of 2018, Game 22 of the group stage. I am here tonight with Xbye, our streamer, as per usual, and commenting for the first time, Infested Soul. How are you doing tonight, Soul?
Yo! Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to be here to bid these teams farewell, as you were just telling me earlier.
Yes, we are going live. This is mostly an exhibition match of sorts. Both of these teams are 0-2. Neither of them has any chance of making it past the knockout stage. And we're going live right now. We do have a Boomer getting top immediately. Smoke going out onto Rochelle. Double Hunters going out. One lands onto Nick. The other one gets seeded. Smoker gets a repull onto Rochelle, but gets cleared.
Man, that was, they were not wasting any time. Ready ups were fast and furious, and they were on the move. And those Hunters could not land the double pounce that they were asking for. So that they only get a tiny bit of damage onto MK as hate culture moves their way forward. And we got another hit up, and I want to maybe focus on, let's figure out these teams after this next hit. But we have a 2-2 here, Hollywood.
Absolutely. We've got Hunter and Jockey already spawned up. The survivors are going to spawn the tank as well. That Hunter is in the truck now. Going on to Ellis. He is going to land onto Ellis. That Jockey gets shut down. They're going to clear that. Hunter and Spit and Boom are both going to get popped. We now have the first tank up in the hands of Count 8 Miles Them. Not really sure what that is supposed to mean, but the survivors are going to push on back through this car area. And as you were mentioning, hate culture is on the survivor team right now, consisting of team captain IMNX, MK, Badfish, and Kitty. And on the other side, we've got Optimistic Prime, consisting of Chi, Kimchi, Lucifer, and Beast, although they are having a little bit of fun with their tags, so I'm not really sure who is who right now.
They could be. I want to say that that Count 8 Miles might be a Chi or something, but I don't know. I think that might be it. We'll see, though. We're going to have the tank, though, in the hands of that said person with full health, but just crossed over to second pass on Rage. Do we have war rooms available here tonight, Hollywood?
Absolutely. I think we're going to take it to an infected war room right about when that tank decides to commit.
Yeah, I want to hear what they're going to do. I think you should go right now. I want to see this tank in there, in the hands of this person.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Good, he's low.
Reloading.
Got this guy step. Cover me, Charger.
Now large HP, we don't have anything except for Boomerang. It's right,
Nice.
it's right.
Reloading. Reload. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Reloading. Reloading.
Can we hit here? Maybe? Hit, let's
Yeah.
go. Go, SI.
How am I gonna go, man?
Well, I'm a
Fucking charge
boomer,
from a
I
mile
gotta-
away. You're all standing up there.
Reloading.
Go some other place, I'm a boomer, I can't do anything.
Smoker could despawn and smoke in front or something.
Reloading. Reloading. Reload.
This is a pretty long tank, though. It's lasting a long time.
Doing pretty bad at it, I know. Can't spawn. He's dead.
Hey, I'm reloading.
We are back. That was the tank in the hands of Count 8 Miles, which we now have confirmed was team captain Lucifer, of Optimistic Prime. He was able to get, Hunter was able to pounce Badfish and get a nice amount of separation. That was a full end cap, but that was basically all there was in terms of damage. 1 full end cap, 1 bleeding survivor, 2 pills for him.
Oh man, so that they are on the move. They are going to be able to be fast. Only 1 bleeder in tow. This is still a really good scenario for Hate Culture to begin this campaign.
Absolutely, they're going to start moving under this bridge area. The spawns are a bit staggered, but looks like they're going in anyway. Hunter already looking for kind of pounce. Boom goes out, but doesn't land. We do have a jockey landing onto Ellis. Gets cleared, but he does get proxy. That's going to give Spawn a bit of force for them to deal with as they move up onto the second highway.
Oh boy. They're pushing, pushing, pushing.
Looks like Optimistic Prime need to get their hits synced if they want to do some real damage. We've already got Lucifer sitting on a spitter. They do have a charger now. I believe Lil Tay is Chi and Lil Gay is Kimchi. Beast is the only person who did not decide to make our lives harder right now. We do have a smoker spawning in from the bottom, looking to get a pull onto that car, but doesn't manage to land. The spitter is already hanging out on top, looking for something. Charger goes in, gets a punch onto Rochelle.
Oh my!
Charges Rochelle!
That was actually going to land! What an amazing attack there! With the distraction from the smoker and the boomer is going to land the Charger spitter. That was so random. I would never have thought that was going to work out for them. But that was amazing
Absolutely,
separation.
I agree. I'm very surprised that IMNX decided to jump off of the railing that he was on, but regardless, that is going to be a spit charge, going to put him in the red. We now have 2 slow survivors, 1 pill for them. We already got a Hunter jumping around looking for some kind of last-second pounce onto IMNX, I believe. Meanwhile, Nick is going to get pulled and pounced up in front. Ellis is going to clear that Hunt smoker. We've already got that Hunter going for something, but gets skeeted.
Reloading. They're going. They're slow now, but they're going. 1 set of pills up in the hands of Nick, waiting for Iron X to cross paths with him. Reloading. There we go. Fast all once again.
But there are no tanks left for them, which means that they're going to have to make this map pretty fast if they want to make it at all. The Witch has now spawned at the bottom of the cliff. She is off towards the right. Looks like they're going to aggro her from the top of the cliff and then move down. We've already got Hunters and Jockey going down.
She glitched out.
She glitched out already then. We do have a charger going in. There is a spitter waiting in the wings to see if he can land. He does manage to land onto Nick, or Coach I should say. Spit going down on that. That's going to be a nice amount of damage onto MK. We now have 3 survivors in the red. 1 of them is slow. I believe the other 2 are still fast for the moment. And Kimchi is memeing in the chat.
We got 41% of the bonus, 345 points. But, oh man.
Incoming.
They're looking really good after that tank, actually. This is not as good as it could have been. But they are still looking really good. They can hold on just this. This is going to be okay. But the next hit is coming in. He's going to get the tongue cut. Oh, he's going to go down. He's going to get pulled at the same time. So the smoker is going to have to wait for the recharge. He's going to be able to run away, though. I don't think they're ever going to catch up with him now. They're going to leave him. They're going to make their way towards safe room here. The smoker's going to be the only spawn up to delay them by the alarm car, I think. I think they can push past the alarm car otherwise.
I would definitely push right past it. There's not that much horde. The team can certainly clear it out, and you do want to get past that alarm car right now because they do have a Charger Smoker Hunter. That's a quad cap. They could do it right at the last second. I would love to see it. We've already got 1 Hunter spawned in. Smoker way in the back, way too far.
They need to go in. They need to go in right now. They're not doing anything. Iron X is baiting them. He's asking for it. Oh, this is going to be a gorgeous hit here at the end, too. He's definitely going down. This is a double down right now. Hunter can get a 3rd. No, he's going to get melee seated.
Very nicely done by Team Captain Lucifer. They're going to pick up... who is this right here? They're going to pick up IMNX. MK is down in the safe room, but that's not a problem at all. They are going to make it to the safe room. Kitty holding on to a nice amount of bonus right there.
God damn it, stop. Thanks.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my. Badfish. Across the board. Getting massive friendly fire as well as lots and lots of SI kills.
Oh shit, this hurts.
Yeah, that first tank did get bullied a bit, but of course it is map 1 of Dark Carnival out there in that car park. It's very difficult to make anything happen. I mean, we saw exactly what happened. Even though Ellis got pounced and separated, the survivors were able to regroup and really bully the hell out of this tank. It's a big open area. You know, the infected, there's not many spawns. And even if you do manage to land some kind of amazing quad boom, I mean, the commons just take so long to move through these cars. It's such a difficult area for infected tank to make anything happen.
They didn't give that tank any rest. But at the same time, they could have AI that tank had they been really careful. They did not know how low its rage was, and when it had committed.
That is a good point. Of course, AIing is always a risk. It's also a bit of a strat. We did see that, I believe, on a map on the parish, a team did make their tank go AI deliberately, just so they could have 4 hitters. Now we now have Optimistic Prime going on the survivor side, although we do having a pause going out from IMNX. Apparently, his mouse is not working. Well, it wouldn't be a game.
I apologize. I just crashed from the server. I am rejoining.
All right. One of our casters has crashed. They're going to rejoin. We're going to see if IMNX can can fix his mouse. Badfish memeing saying you made our caster leave. Yeah, let's blame IMNX for that. We're going to see if he can get his mouse working. We're back live. Same hit as before. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter. We've got a Smoker and a Hunter spawning in the back. Another one from behind the bushes. First Hunter goes in, gets skeeted. Second Hunter gets skeeted. Smoker gets cleared. We do have a single boom landing onto Ellis, but the survivors are going to push on through. Just dealing with the remnants of this horde. They're out having a bit of trouble clearing these out off of Ellis. I would certainly think that they've got to take at least one more hit before that tank shows up. We've got another pause going out from MK this time. Looks like IMNX still can't fix his mouse. He has now left the game. I guess he's restarting. This gives us a bit of a chance to rearrange our bearings. As I said before, both of these teams are 0-2 in the group stage, which means that neither of them will be making the knockout stage regardless of who wins this game, which means that this is more of an exhibition match of sorts. It's not a high pressure situation whatsoever. It's going to be time for lots of trash talking in the chat, as we've already seen. Lots of memes going out. Should be an entertaining game, to say the least. Looks like we are ready to go live. We're getting right back into it. Optimistic Prime on Survivor. Hate Culture on Infected.
Yes. And they're going to have to put up good performance as well against this tank fight. I'm excited to see. We're going to have Kitty as the tank spawn up the Smoker right beforehand. And that bot Smoker is hiding behind the semi, just going to give cover, leeway to the jockey. Just a little bit of a scare. That jockey's going to get a lot of damage out in the coach, actually. Wrapping all the way around the truck before it gets cleared. Smoker does get killed off. And Kitty, as the tank, will jump into the bushes here, hopefully. And the single boom go out. Do we want to go to a war room right away here to secure this tank fight?
Absolutely. Let's see how Kitty handles this tank.
Kitty tank about to eat these bots.
What?
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 Yeah.
You need to speak up.
Dude, what are you guys doing?
Y'all ready?
I would like to hit.
Go.
But...
Oh, so you got second.
Alright, then we're not hitting. Are you gonna commit?
That's done. Yellow.
It's nice knowing you.
Nice one, me too.
Nice
You guys
one.
are going in early. What are you? What the?
He's trying to
the
get
pull
him up.
for her.
Not a zombie, man. Shoot the zombies. I'm reloading. Reloading.
And we are back. That was the tank in the hands of Kitty for Hate Culture. Not a ton of damage going on, although Lucifer did get pulled, which led to, I think, at least 2 punches. Unfortunately, they were able to bully Kitty, chip her down, force her onto second pass before she even made it to that white van. And then, even though Lucifer got pulled, he was able to juke out Kitty just a bit. He was standing on the railings. I don't think she could quite reach him. And they are going to push on through. One survivor in the red, but they've got all 4 kills for him, so that shouldn't slow them down at all.
Yeah, they didn't even have to suffer the down. They didn't have to wait at all, like you said. They're just going to keep moving on. They have a spitter in hand, and they are waiting on another last spawn before they even have a full hit up. They're checking the campsite right now, almost no danger because they know they have some time. So they just have basically this bridge hit. It's going to be a big crucial hit here. See if they can get something.
Ammunition.
We've already got the Hunter moving in. He's very antsy to get in there. Boomer's looking for a spawn behind the truck. That Hunter goes in on his own and gets skeeted immediately, as well he should have. Boomer spawning on top of the truck. Gets a nice 2-boom out. It's going to be a lot of horde going in, but the survivors are not going to push on through the bridge. That would certainly be a wise decision. We do have Spit going out onto...
Oh, wow. This is really good, actually.
Coach gets pulled, and that's an in-cap in a very bad spot. He's under that bridge, which means the survivors are going to have to push, stand under there to get the pickup. MK already saying finish him. Absolutely, that smoker has no chips. He's going to go ahead and despawn himself. Kitty is ready with the jockey already spawning in for some reason. Looks like the rest of the team still needs to get into it. They've got a Boomer and a Charger ready for this bridge. This is a pretty nice hit here.
Ooh, Boomer's going to manage to land a single, and he's going to land a Charger here. This is good, but the Charger does not have enough HP to last.
Nick is going to get pulled up top. Smoker also gets picked up. Good amounts of distraction, nice teamwork, but unfortunately those hits were too staggered to do much of anything. The survivors are going to push on through this billboard and make their way into the motel area. Looks like pretty comparable damage.
Hey, don't shoot the car.
Ooh, good Hunter here. Gonna start something good. A good triple.
Second Hunter going in. Coach is upstairs by himself.
No. This Hunter is so low on HP, I don't think he's gonna land it. No. But a good triple boom is gonna hold them up for the time being.
Yep, Kimchi is now in the red. They have just found an extra set of pills, so they're back up to 4. Lucifer is, nice and hopped up on pills. Kimchi's going to probably grab those in a second. So far, I would say about the same amount of damage has gone out onto Optimistic Prime's Hate Culture, but Optimistic Prime's Survivor play does seem to be just a teensy bit better. Although Kimchi is going to get pulled and taken down off of that motel area. We've already got a Hunter looking to spawn in from the front. Nick is charged on the bottom.
This is the best case scenario for the infected team right now. Luckily, the Hunter is able to get cleared. It's almost as fast as possible. So Beast Luck's out. But otherwise, wow, that Smoker Boomer combo is going to be another reset. And that's going to be free damage. Look at another reset. Smoker, Evan. Thank the Lord.
My goodness. Right when I was saying that Hate Culture Survivor play seemed to be better, they suffered 2, honestly kind of silly resets. That Smoker got a lot of mileage out of that tongue. We now have a jockey going onto Nick. Does get shoved and shut down. Free spit onto nothing. Coach is going to jump past that. Yeah, that Boomer's way in the back. I don't think he's going to land anything. Gets popped immediately. All that's left now, I believe, is the Witch. Looks like that Charger's going to jump down there already. Going to try and set something up with her.
That being said, though, scores are kind of close. Ooh, Charger's not going to land. Oh! It's barely going to miss 3 different people. I am an X. Going to be waddling in the water, though, in the way back, but he isn't going to get killed off.
Yeah, he's only taking about 30% chip. That Charger is still good, but they're just going to run right past him. I would just despawn that Charger at this point. There's no point trying to chase those survivors. We do have a Hunter pre-spawn up top on the hill. He's not making any noise. Looks like he's going to try and jump them from their right side.
Charger's going to come in. Not going to land. It's only going to be the Smoker that does any good. And it's going to slow Coach, but that's going to be all she wrote. I think that's going to be a safe room walk.
I would agree Coach is slow, but they do have some pills for him, but it does appear to be a question of whether Beast wants to give them to him. I don't think they're going to. I guess they're just going to let him limp onto the safe room. Who cares? It's your team captain. But we do have a Boomer spawning in from behind. Doesn't even manage to reach Coach. That is all she wrote.
130 points separate the survivors.
Very close match, of course. As I mentioned before, there's not a ton of pressure for really high-level play. It's a very fast and furious match, as you mentioned before, just with the ready-ups. Should be an interesting game.
Yeah, they are Tango.
So moving on to map 2 of the Dark Carnival. This is a much longer map. Should be much more indicative of, you know, which infected, I think, you know, which team has the better infected play. This first hit doesn't really offer much, but once we get into the first building, that's where we're going to see, you know, some of the more dangerous hits coming out. Also fairly, well, it's not a really early-ish tank. It's a 55%. I believe it's going to be out in the Carnival Park area. Yeah.
Carnival Park area. I like this tank. I like this tank. It's a fun tank. You have to make the decision depending on what kind of hittables you have to work with. If you can bring a hittable, you can have a little more leeway on maybe getting some sight for playing a rock tank.
It's definitely a lot more interesting to watch than an early tank in this first open area that usually almost devolves into, you know, failing to work hittables in and then just playing rock tank. I would agree that second area is much more interesting to watch. Looks like most of the infected are looking to spawn up top, on top of the survivors' heads, you know, right here on this safe room, which you can do on this config.
Yes.
Just waiting for the ready-ups from Badfish and MK. It looks like, yep, all the infected are looking to spawn right on top of them. They're just going, you know, just going YOLO, which, why not? That seems to be the theme for this match. And we are going live. Optimistic Prime on the Survivor side, only a 100-point lead. This game is still very close. That Boomer spawns immediately, gets popped. Hunter's going out. One got chipped down. One lands onto Ellis, but the other gets cleared. Another lands on the coach, gets cleared. A bit of spit damage going out, but the spitter gets killed. Bit of damage going out, but nothing major.
There's going to be a little bit of damage, though, on those two survivors. It's going to be a little bit more than I thought was going to actually get out there with both those spawns getting taken out.
Yes, the Hunters were cleared almost immediately, but the stumble was enough to, you know, keep them in that spit just for a second. Looks like they found an extra set of pills, and Beast is going to go ahead and take those because why not? They already got 4. Our next hit is a Boomer, Hunter, Charger, Jockey. Looks like that Charger's looking to spawn from above. Boomer's looking to spawn. No, Jockey's looking to spawn on the roof. The Charger goes in, whiffs off of Nick. He's going to get cleared. Hunter and Jockey going in. The Hunter lands onto Ellis, gets cleared. That Jockey's still jumping around trying to get Rochelle, but doesn't manage to land. That Boomer, I guess, is going to wait for a later spawn. Never mind, he gets a last-second boom onto Ellis.
It's going to slow them down on their way through this building. But they are going to make it all the way through this building before anything is going to be able to do anything about it. So there's going to be about one more attack before a witch. And then there's also going to be one more attack during that period before the tank, if anything. Here comes the witch, actually. Have the attack for the witch.
Yep, she spawned right next to these generators near these tents. Pretty bad area for the infected. I don't believe they're going to make much happen with this. Of course, there is a Jockey on the roller coaster area.
I want to just say
right above her.
If they really want to play super serious, they might want to save the hit for the tank spawn, because it's going to spawn like in the middle of them trying to get into the buildings.
I hear a Jockey.
You're absolutely right. The survivors were already at 44%.
Oh, he missed it! Wow! Oh my God, this is really good! This is really good for the infected. Wow! Wow! He's charged him out of the spit, but still, that's a lot of damage going out on this survivor team. Delp, I hate culture. Oh my God, he missed the witch kill. He missed the witch kill, Hollywood.
Yeah, Lucifer went for the crown, and I think the Jockey got a last-second scratch or something messed him up. That witch was able to get the full incap. Lucifer is going to be fully bleeding. Beast is also in the red. They've only got 2 pills for them. And this is a huge leg up this tank has. Incredible hittable control. Both dumpsters going out, landing in okay-ish positions. Look, the survivors are not even going to bother with that. They're going to take it all the way back into this weapon area with the outhouses. Although we do have Lucifer up front trying to get some early chip with his shotgun, no less.
Wow, he landed a rock.
That's going to give this tank some more time to play rock tank. Jockey did land onto Rochelle just for a second. We also have a charge landing onto Rochelle. Really obvious hits that are actually landing on the survivors right now.
The rock went through the trees. It was scary looking. Tank is standing on the very tippy top of the building. Look at him. Look at him. Just King Konging it. King Konging it.
Well, there's no need to go in. He did manage to land that rock that gave him you know, a refill on his frustration. He's still only down to 65% right now. We've got a single boom onto Lucifer right now, and he's going to get pulled. This could be a rock. That Hunter goes for Lucifer as well, but gets skeeted just before it hits him.
And the survivors are finally taking. They're bowing out. They're bowing out. They're backing it up. And the hittables are coming in. That now dumpsters. This bringing 2 here. Oh, and this one's gonna roll right past Rochelle while she's dealing with the horde. He's gonna throw a rock while he's hiding on the dumpster. You want to take it to a war room right now?
Absolutely. Hate culture war room incoming.
Help me out.
Two booms. Yeah, fuck him up. Get that kill.
You're shooting me. Oh, guys, I need some help.
You guys can go for it whenever you have one.
Reloading. Oh, I need some help. This is the big guy pounding me into the ground.
Nice tank.
Oh, golly gee! Tank in the hands of IMNX is gonna destroy Optimistic Prime. Just tore out the batteries. It's just you're just scared of the dumpster when he committed, and it led to their demise. It just one rolled right past Rochelle. I commented on, and then they kind of started splitting up because of the boom that had landed. It was not good, not good scenario. And this might lead to a comeback for Hate Culture. For Team Hate Culture, IMNX pulling out the tank they needed.
Absolutely. He handled that tank beautifully. As you mentioned, he was able to work those hittables in. He didn't get in caps off of them, but just the threat of them being there was enough to put the survivors in a bad position. They started separating. They started getting in capped. You know, I believe Lucifer got hit by a tank punch. He got cornered, and then Kimchi got smoked trying to save him. And then, you know, it was all downhill from there. That was a really nice infected play from Hate Culture, but now it's their turn. Optimistic Prime now has a boomer, 2 hunters, and a spitter already pre-spawn. That hunter's jumping around making some noise. Looks like that boomer's looking for a sneaky boom from the bushes rather than just on top of the safe room. He does manage to get out to Nick, and a hunter lands on him into spit. That's going to be great damage. The second hunter goes out, lands onto Coach, also gets cleared. It's a lot of damage for such an easy hit.
But it actually is about the same amount of damage if they don't to the other team for that person. It just is all on one person instead of 2 people. But he does look like a
boom, bitch.
Oh man,
push on through here.
They are on the move when they're gonna have a spitter up already. And it is gonna be a 3-1. 2 hunters, a jockey, and a spitter here for the second hit. And we have 1 survivor in the back. Nick, he's gonna get a skeet though. Yeah, that hit is gonna get destroyed. There's gonna be nothing remaining of it in just a moment.
Hold on, Hunter does manage to land onto MK just for a second, but gets cleared. They also found that extra set of pills. IMNX is going to go ahead and take those. They're going to push on through this building. I believe they're going to make it out just before the infected have their hits ready. But as I say that, Optimistic Prime getting a charger and a boomer. Can they get a spitter for this indoor room? They're not going to get it. The survivors are out.
He didn't get that spawn either that he wanted. He might still go for it though. He might be greedy. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, Boomer's a good boomer. What
oh my god, beautiful hit. IMNX is taking all the way forward. That jockey's gonna, I think he's looking for a witch or something. No. This smoker is still not cleared.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough health to spawn the tank, but he might be able to get the witch. You are right. Oh man, he isn't enough for the witch either. He got so lucky. How is it that you can be so lucky to have like 2 little health? That's him being having too little health. That was an amazing hit there going out by Optimistic Prime onto IMNX, dragging him all the way to the Witch, and now they have to take on the Witch while getting the pickup. This is scary stuff, and they're going to manage to do it, though. Only a boomer remains, and it's going to boom right over the generator, only onto IMNX, though. It's going to be the shotgun, so they are now delayed. They have to be patient. Is he going to go for the Witch while he's boomed? Is he going to go for it? I don't think so. He's going to wait.
Their only shotgun, and he was downed right in front of her. They do have him up, but he's dangerously low. He's got some kills. The infected are ready. The smoker's going to go for the pull.
Oh, he did it while getting pulled. While getting pulled. And so this is going to be the tank up. Tank up right now. That's an amazing turn of events, but still an amazing set of hits going on by Optimistic Prime to set up their tank fight in the hands of Beast. Oh, and he misses the first rocket. Was so close, though, onto Ellis. Almost walked into it.
The survivors are going to push on to the back of this carnival area.
Oh, what a hittable.
Taking this
That's
tank
still almost
right here in this carousel or something. There's a lot of hits here, but there's so much distance between the tank. Beast needs to move in if he wants to keep any of his frustration, but he's going to move in that dumpster. It bounces off the ceiling down on the ground.
He's going to have that one dumpster. The other one's too far away.
Down to 40% frustration. He's got to get a move on. The survivors are already looking to get some early chip. Looks like they're going to throw a hit in there to try and delay him.
Oh, it's Boomer!
Up top. Single boom onto Nick. Jockey waiting in the wings as well.
Oh my god, he's boomed with the dumpster right there, but he can't get it to knock over. He's going to go for him. Oh my, he's trying to scare him out. That dumpster's not landing though, Hollywood. It's not gonna work out in their favor. He's getting juked. He's gonna get it down. No, he was able to eat pills.
Tank is down to 11 HP, 6% HP. Looks like this might be it for the tank, although... Oh my...
We're finally coming in from tank. He has too little health. He's not going to be able to do anything, though. And they're almost going to be 2 downs. Badfish Fine going to get cleared by Rochelle. And every survivor is pretty much about to be slow here on Hate Culture. But they survive the tank fight, and they are going to be able to walk. I didn't catch the flu. And they're going to take the lead here. They're going to take the lead here.
You good?
It's all about the distance right now. I don't believe the survivors are going to make it, although I do believe there should be at least a couple set of pills, or maybe just one, waiting for them in the room right before the
they could make it. They can prove us wrong.
Yeah, they might be able to make even more distance than I'm expecting, although we do have a last-second Hunter landing onto Badfish. Hunter lands on the Kitty. Ton of damage.
Amazing hit again going on. This Boomer. Oh, man, that's disgusting. Standing right where he knows the proxy is going to land on the Kitty to end it. They're not letting her up.
Yeah, Smoker gets a last-second scratch on the Kitty just for spite, looks like.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Optimus Prime, they're doing a ton of damage with these hits, but they just can't seem to slow down Hate Culture. MK is still in the green. He's still fast. IMNX and Kitty have taken pills. They're going to make even more distance. Badfish is the only truly slow survivor right now.
They found a bunch. They found 2 sets, I think, to get where they're at.
We gotta hurry.
Man, what are y'all in a hurry for?
They're going to push on through this slide area. We've got Hunter and a Jockey from the right. Single boom onto Ellis. Jockey gets M2'd, but the Hunter does land onto Ellis.
The spinner didn't land. The spinner didn't land. Badfish almost goes down. They needed him to go down there. That would have been really, really good to slow them down again. They're going to make their way into the ammo room. They're going to make it to the next set of builds before the hit is up. I believe that they will do it. Yes.
Let's take a peek in this cabinet. I don't believe there's any pills in this cabinet.
Nothing. You're right.
Oh, crashed? Uh-oh, looks like Kitty may have crashed. Never mind. She's moving. I think she's okay. But there is going to be a smoke onto her, and a Charger is going to try and get something, but she gets out. Hunter also in the back. Jockey in front gets cleared.
Oh, that Hunter! Oh, he didn't get it down! I thought he was going to get it down at least! No, the level goes out by Badfish, and they're going to make their way to the button off of that. So they got the lead they needed, and they are getting gravy. Extra points right now, every single step they take. The lead, they need to increase it. It's not very big yet. 40 points right now.
40 points, but they are making a lot of progress. I think far more distance than I think they should be. We do have a boomer spawning onto the roof, but Rochelle has already passed. He's going to pop him before he even manages to get anything. Smoker's going to pull Nick, gets cleared. Spit goes down, that's going to delay them.
Really
Rochelle
good
is jockeyed in the room, but
it's a
Nick
really
should be able
good
to clear
jockey.
him.
Got a lot of points shaved off from that jockey. They can still get into safing with a little bit of bonus, so if they can work together, they gotta take one more big solid hit though. While they're slow, all of them, they gotta work together. Scary stuff. It's gonna be a 2-2 though. They can do it.
Absolutely. MK is the only green survivor. The others are dangerously low. We've got a boomer spawning in the back, gets popped. Also stumbles the Charger. The Hunter goes in, gets speeded. The Charger just barely misses Nick. Spit goes down, but isn't able to down anyone.
do it. They can do it.
That's
Just
the
protect
safe
Nick. Protect Nick, and you got it. They do. Yes, yes. That is safe room. You're correct. Wow, good play by Hate Culture. Gonna get a little tiny bit of bonus in there. They're gonna make it a little tougher. No. Almost a 300-point lead going into map 3.
Absolutely, and a turnaround from the last time. They've now, turned around the game. We've got a 300-point lead going into map 3 of Dark Carnival. Hate Culture and Optimistic Prime.
This is fun stuff. Fun stuff.
This is sort of the play that you see when it's not a game that has any actual stakes. When the teams can play, more fast and loose, you start seeing really ballsy hits, really aggro survivors, and it makes for a much more interesting game. As we saw, those tank fights were insane.
Well,
yeah, they were doing some interesting things. Some fun stuff we were watching.
I think we should clarify what constitutes close.
Speaking of, fast and loose, this map is, it's the Tunnel of Love and then it's the roller coaster. It's very, it's very rush oriented. Both teams are probably going to take this as fast as they think they can. We're going to see Hate Culture take this first. And, I would imagine, maybe at least 2 shotguns, maybe 3. And you just want to push on through here, especially if Optimistic Prime, if they don't manage to land the same kinds of hits as they were on the last map, Hate Culture can really expand their lead right here if they can make it to the safe room.
They definitely could. We're gonna see the lead is definitely gonna either it's gonna turn into a roller coaster of either the lead is gonna completely go off the end of the rails here, and Hate Culture is gonna completely surmount and destroy Optimistic Prime, or Optimistic Prime is gonna go underneath Hate Culture again. We're gonna see the roles flipped again. We're gonna see them take the lead into the map 4. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
We're waiting again. We're one more person on Hate Culture till this game is ready. Just a little bit longer. We're always being kept waiting. Just a little bit. Are salivating for the round. The people.
Competitive Left 4 Dead 2 always gets its fair share of delays, but it's all going to be worth it. I mean, there's just no predicting this match. When both teams are playing so aggressive, so unpredictably. I mean, we've seen a lot of crazy hits go out when, you wouldn't think that they should. We've seen a lot of tanks get a ton of damage and wipe on areas that you don't normally expect them to. So, I mean, there's just no telling with this match, but it's already very fun to watch for me personally.
One size ready. And we're going live.
We're going live. Charger, Spitter, Jockey, Smoker for this first hit. I would not be surprised if they send it, right at the mouth of this tunnel or maybe straight down the ramp here. It looks like the survivors are going to push on through. They're going to clear out these commons. The Spit is always a danger here. I think that's the biggest concern of any Survivor team when they're out here. Smoke is already going to go out. Going to pull Coach, and he's going to get charged. Spit's going to go down onto Coach as well. That's going to be a ton of damage onto MK.
They landed perfectly what they needed to do there. Bit of damage going out, as you said, onto MK. That's wonderful. Smoker leading into the Charger Spit combo.
Now it's the Survivor's turn to push. They're going to push on through this tunnel, clear out these commons. They are running 3 Uzis and 1 Chrome Shotgun. They may have the same problem as they had on the last map if the Infected managed to in-cap IMNX just before they have to face the switch. Of course, the tank will actually be going first at 32%. I believe that's the generator. Smoke goes onto Ellis. The charger hits Rochelle, but gets cleared.
Really good.
Double boom going out, but the spit does not manage to land onto any survivors. They're able to walk out of that.
Yeah, the worst that happens is that it will hold them up enough that they won't be able to take the room like absolutely freely. Which is good. It is good they needed this, but it isn't good that they couldn't do it any extra damage.
Survivors are going to get ready to these side rooms. They're looking for some pills or something. They do manage to get some. We know that the next hit, Hunter, Jockey, and Smoker. Jockey lands on to make no carry him.
This is really good!
This is double tap in the reel! Oh my goodness.
What happened? No! The Hunter was too slow, Hollywood! No, it just couldn't catch up to Kitty in time. The quad cap almost happened.
Let's go through here.
Amazing save by Kitty. She was able to save IMNX, get that Jockey just off him just before the Hunter went in. That could have been a wipe. That was absolutely terrifying. They've now made it to the generator room.
We're gonna have a tank fight soon.
I'm reloading.
A boomer up. Spitter not gonna be able to do anything here. Jockey not gonna be able to do it either. Not gonna be there in time. Everything just gonna sack itself, rotate itself for this tank fight. See what spawns they can get anew. Up, tank up in the hands of what we believe is going to be Kitty. No, sorry. I did the skin.
Kimchi is
Kimchi.
control of this tank.
Oh my god.
Be sitting right there, throwing some curve rots. Let's see what kind of support she's gonna have. We've got a Hunter Charger and a Jockey. That's great. She's going in right now.
Swinging with a little bit of zombie she has left. No hesitation. Oh, he's gonna be able to get the punch on that guy, but he stays up there. Oh, he's gonna go for Ellis instead.
Jockey manages to land onto Coach. It's gonna bring him down. We've got that Charger is still running around looking for some scratches.
She's gonna do it. This is a
I
wipe.
think this is a wipe.
She is gonna get it. Oh, he got the pills.
There's nowhere for him to go though. That's another punch.
Pills. She got the
Jukes him.
No, they got the cover. How did they get him up? Kitty alive still. 90% health. Is this a wipe or is it not? 10% health. Throwing a rock. He's gonna land it, but he's not gonna get the kill. There's no way he's gonna get there in time. 6% health. He has to get up, but the boomer's gonna land. Oh my gosh.
As well. He's looking for it. She's boomed. She can't see him. He's just got a proxy on it. The charge is going in. It just barely misses, but Kitty gets hit by a rock. I think this is it. She can't clear this horde by herself.
No way. It's over. The charge is gonna come punch. No, the tank is gonna throw another rock. Another rock. 3 rocks landing onto Kitty by the tank. Under 10% HP. Fear of the tank causes the hit able to get in there just long enough to cause the wipe to possibly once again see the tides turn in this match. This farewell match between these two teams, it is cutthroat here, Hollywood. Oh my gosh.
They're putting on a great show for us, and I'm loving every second of it. Xbye already saying Chi is life in chat. I certainly agree. The amount of shit talk coming out from Optimistic Prime is delicious. And as you mentioned, this is a huge momentum changer because they wiped at like 30% through this map. I mean, if Optimistic Prime can kill that tank, they can make a ton of distance, and that lead could turn into a lot more than just 300 points. Just the 300 points that Hate Culture had. So now we're going to see if they manage to do it. Optimistic Prime, they know the first hit that's coming out. They handled it perfectly. We're going to see what Hate Culture manages to do. Smoker, Jockey, Charger, Spitter, are they going to hit it in the same spot, you know, where Optimistic Prime just took it? No, they're not going to. Hook Coach is already going to take that side room. He's going to push out into the mouth of this tunnel of love here. Smoker goes up, but gets cleared. The Charger goes in. It does manage on the Coach. And Spit going down. The Jockey goes on to Nick, but gets them two to shut down.
Oh man! Thanks for running through that spit.
Reloading.
Survivors are going to push on through.
I'm reloading.
Looks like they're going to be able to take this hole in the ceiling before anything manages to spawn. I mean, you know, the pressure's on right now for Hate Culture. You need to wipe them at this tank. You can't allow Optimistic Prime to take the lead, or you're going to be in a world of hurt for map 3. I mean, for map 4, I should say. We've got a Smoker spawning in the back. Rocket Boom spawns onto Coach. It does manage to get a proxy and a Jockey looking for. Triple charge from the back, and a jockey lands onto Rochelle. That's going to drag her in the room. We got Pounds going out onto LSU. There's now clear, but Rochelle is all by herself. That's a ton of damage.
That was the best thing you could have asked for. The jockey got the pickup on the only survivor that didn't get hit with the charger, leaving the charger all by himself to just rack up the damage. That was amazing. That was great teamwork.
Great teamwork, but the survivors are still sitting pretty. You know, 3 survivors in the green and 4 pills ready for Lucifer, who is the only survivor in the yellow. Not a great situation for this tank, and looks like they're going to be able to spawn him right now. But we do have a hunter. It looks like he's Lucifer being real careful. He's going to grab that axe and get out of there immediately. We do have a proxy boom going out.
They were almost able. Imagine if the tank had been spawned right now. That would have been really, really good. So they're going to wait it out. They're waiting on this card, which is exactly what I would do too. I would be afraid. Now the hit's going in though, this is good. Oh my, but a really good jockey again. Able to take her away. Oh no! These jockeys are so devastating in the game right now, Hollywood.
Both jockeys have landed onto Kimchi and separated her from her team, taking a ton of damage. You know, those 3 green survivors I was talking about, they're gone. Beast is the only one in the green right now. We now have 1 survivor in the yellow, 2 in the red, 3 pills for them, and a pull going out onto Coach. They're going to clear that immediately, but we now have
if they can at least make it to the coaster. They just need to make it to the coaster, and they'll have made this game super close again. They gotta kill the tank. This is their chance. Stardom awaits, Hollywood.
The stardom of, you know, winning your only game in the group stage. It certainly would be something. MK now has control of the tank. He's going to sit in the same spot that, I believe, who was in control of the last tank? Was it Kimchi? I think it was. He's going to throw some curve rocks. We now have a hunter and a charger going in from the back.
Oh!
Single boom landing onto Coach. Doesn't manage to land, but that's going to be a ton of horde. I would just go in with this right now. Looks like MK's thinking about it. He's throwing a rock. No. He's going to back off. He wants better support.
Support.
You don't want to risk it. You're in such a good position to take this lead, but it all depends on this
tank is waiting out as long as you can, so you can get some support. 85% health though. 85% health.
Hunter, jockey, and a smoker. He's going in right now. He's pushing to Coach's face. Hunter coming in from the back. Ellis gets pulled down on the bottom, but gets cleared. The jockey and the hunter are still alive, however. Hunter lands onto Nick. That's going to put him in the yellow. The tank is now pushing up into Coach's face. Gets juked. Anyone. Jockey landed on
was all right. It was decent. He isn't gonna get anyone though, and they are on the move. 2 sets of pills. No, Hollywood.
That was
it.
Good. I mean,
this is not good.
I would be really nervous if I was hate culture right now. This is so dangerous right now. They've got 2 pills.
They know they're gonna catch up. They know. They know they're gonna catch up. They know this game's gonna get close again. They gotta fight. They gotta fight for their lives though. Optimistic Prime is not out of it yet, but even though they might be optimistic. Oh my gosh, this hit was good. Ellis is gonna go down here. The spin holding him, and it almost gets him down. Oh my god.
And a jockey grabs him at the last second, but gets cleared. He's gonna get the re-jump onto Nick, but also gets shut down. Kimchi is sitting at 1 HP. She is the only fast survivor right now. Lucifer is in the yellow.
This is really bad again.
Absolutely. Can they make the coaster? Like you mentioned, that's what they need if they want to tie this game up. Gonna take
to make it to the coaster. They might not even do that now. If they keep taking this kind of damage every hit, but the boomer finally getting shut down is gonna be a breath of relief.
Taking a quick peek, there are no pills in the ammo room. We've already got a charger going onto Kimchi. Misses, but the pull does go out onto Beast and Ink caps him. We now got Spit going down, but Coach is able to run out of there before it hits him.
That is a very saddening thing to walk into when you open the pillbox when you're like in this condition. But
absolutely,
they almost should have known this is what they asked for walking into here after what they've already gone through. Oh my gosh, they're gonna make it though. They are gonna make it just far enough to get to the button. They're gonna hit it. Let's make it a close game. 150 points right now, separating the 2 teams. 140.
Nick is the only fast survivor right now. We've got a hunter looking for something. He managed to land on the cheat. That's going to slow her down.
One charger. It's
Kimchi is sitting at 1 HP right on top of this control box. Coach is already pushing, but there's a charger waiting for him. I don't think he's ready for it at all. I don't think he has the HP. Absolutely.
Oh, he got it!
Oh,
man, that could have been it. He could have had it. He shot him and he meleeed him, but it wasn't enough damage. And that's going to be the wipe.
Nick's gonna get pulled. Rochelle is sitting on 1 HP. I would just run at this point. Yep, she gets in-capped by Collins. That's a clear. But as you mentioned, that's gonna tie this game right up. 100-point lead once again. We're back, back to square one with map 1. Badfish saying not gay enough.
120 points. Can do it. They can do it. Game's close again. Exciting.
Depending on where this tank spawns, it could be this could be a real momentum changer. This could determine who has the lead going into the final map. If the tank spawns in the bumper car area or the dumpster area with the whack-a-mole games and all that, those are really dangerous tanks. They're hard to make a wipe happen, but if your hittable control is good, it could happen, and that could be another opportunity for a huge lead.
Hollywood, we got one of the best tank spawns.
53%. Oh my goodness. That's going to be it. That's exactly what I was talking about. Hate Culture on the Survivor side, but they only have a 100-point lead. They managed to hold on to it, but it's not the 300 points that they had previously. Optimistic Prime has one of the best tanks around, and they also have a witch right before it. They could get an in-cap with her, depending on where she spawns. 37%, I believe that's past the bumper car area, but I'm not quite sure. We're going to say we're going live. Smoker, Jockey, Charger, Boomer. That's a nice 3-1 for this first hit. Looks like the Charger and the Jockey, Smoker are looking to spawn right on top of them. The Jockey's spawning in from behind this van. The Charger goes in, manages to get a punch onto Rochelle. It charges but misses. Rochelle gets hit by that Jockey. She's separated. No one's clearing her. And a 3-boom coming out. That's going to be a ton of delay. And the Smoker is still alive. No chip onto him. He may want to hold on to that or maybe just get a cheeky last-second pull.
Smoker had a really good pull on somebody that was like team was unaware of. Oh, what another really good pull. And again, they get getting cleared this time by Rochelle. I see that.
Looks like Beast.
I really think there's a chance they might die. Oh, good.
I mean, Badfish has still got some pills. I would give those to Kitty right now.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you. What's up? Oh my goodness, we're live.
Welcome back, everybody. They are about to die if you can see it. What is on our screen? People are going down left and right here to the Horde at the end of the event. Oh my gosh, they get the clear on the Charger. It is just what they needed on the last bit of helpfulness they have left. But MK is going to go down for it, and the Smoker is going to taunt them. Finally, they're going to be able to get the kill into that, and they can get the pickups they so desperately need, possibly. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? No, Spinner's going to block them up one more time. Hollywood.
MK is in the back, blocked by Stib. We've got a Jockey looking for a last-second spawn. Hunter also manages to land onto Coach. He was going for the M2s, but couldn't get it. Jockey's going to go for some M2s now, going to land, but also gets cleared. I think they're just barely going to make it. All 4 survivors. Hate Culture has made it to the safe room. Wow.
It was looking really grim there. They had 2 people down.
Be okay.
That 20-point bonus. My goodness. So to summarize that tank fight, it was in the dumpster area, but the survivors were able to run it back all the way just behind the bumper car area and fight it out here, at the Bell Mustachio. That was it. So they were able to take that tank down. It did manage to get a punch onto IMNX and in-cap Kitty, but that was about it. So the survivors were able to make it to the event with 2 green survivors and 2 bleeding survivors. And it was looking good just until the end there once our stream got back. And as you can see, the survivors were badly separated. 2 of them were in-capped, and it was almost looking like a wipe for a second there. But Hate Culture was able to make it. Now it's Optimistic Prime's turn. Again, they've got to deal with that witch at the whack-a-mole area and that tank with those dumpsters. If Hate Culture can keep them there instead of letting the survivors run it back the way Hate Culture did, this could be, they could hold on to their lead. They could extend it by a lot.
Yes. As we know, only about 100 points separating the two teams coming into the map. This is another crucial tank fight. Oh, and a good boomer. Gonna be there to delay them while the Charger gets a couple punches. And they're gonna have to deal with this board.
Smoker's gonna get a few pulls, then jump down there and get a few catches. Got a a good amount of damage onto Lucifer, just bits on the rest of the team. They're gonna push on through this bumper car area. Again, the spawn that is really dangerous here if they get a skid charge before they make it into this room. But the survivors are moving way too fast. They do have a charger, but I don't think they're gonna be able to make anything happen.
Reloading.
That's another boomer. Just like the other team got.
Charger is going to go and land onto Ellis. The Hunter lands onto Nick. And boom, going out. That's a ton of damage onto Kimchi right there. They do manage to clear her, but Boom's going to proxy onto 3 of them. This is a ton of force. That's going to give them time, it should at least, to set up for this witch.
Reloading. Reloading.
Lucifer's looking for the crown. He's going to get it before anything manages to stop him. Very nicely done. If I were the Infected, I would definitely focus on keeping the survivors here before they spawn that tank. You don't want to let them run it back the way Hate Culture did, because if so, that tank's going to have a much harder time making anything happen. We do have a Charger going in. Whisk. Smoker goes for a pull, but also gets cleared. Jockey and Hunter's in the back trying to hit something. One does manage to land onto Ellis. The Jockey's still looking. Does manage to land onto Nick.
Oh no!
Exactly what I was saying. That tank needs to move in right now.
Oh no! No! He's in! He's got dumpsters right here! He doesn't land it though! Second one! No!
You're shooting me again.
What does Tank do now?
Don't stop now.
He's stuck. He has to commit.
Badfish is all alone. He's going to push out onto the roof of this meat burger place, but he can't do anything right now. We do have a Smoker looking for a pull onto Coach. No, gets it onto Nick. Going for it.
Getting it down onto this guy. He's doing what he can with it. He's
Jockey
getting
on
that.
Rochelle.
Oh, the juke!
She wasn't
The juke by Beast. He got so many katana hits because of the juke. He got like 3 more splashed into him. But he's able to jump that punch. Badfish at 11% HP. It's scary though. He has a dumpster to work with too. He's climbing for this one. Oh!
Lucifer gets pulled. That dumpster is right next to him. But Ellis and Coach is badly hoarded. He's only using a pistol for some reason.
Can we take it to a war room? I want to take it to a war room. I want to hear him. I want to hear him.
Hey.
A plus.
Hey.
This tank is fucking. I'm gonna die. I'm dead.
They're still first class.
Jockey, help me out. I can't see shit.
Rock.
This game's fucking amazing. I've never hit him with a rock. Okay, maybe I get a beast.
He's go for it.
No. I fucking suck.
Reloading here. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Easy. The best player in the world.
And that is a wipe on Optimistic Prime. They weren't able to beat this tank. It was so unfortunate. Badfish was all alone, but the Smoker got the pull onto Nick. He got the corner, and the support was landing everything.
500 points.
Lucifer saying, "Isn't this a pug?" And Kimchi has left the game. Beast has left the game.
And that is going to be the end of the game, it seems. The two teams have had enough. 500 points are going to be the separation of the two teams at the end of map 4 here for Team Hate Culture.
It was certainly not over. The finale, has some comeback potential. It's not great, but apparently we're not even going to find out. This game is over. Team Hate Culture has won. They are going to go home with at least one win under their belts, although they still will not be making the knockout tournament. But my hat's off to both teams, Hate Culture and Optimistic Prime. They gave us quite a show. It was very fun to watch. I hope you all enjoyed watching.
Yeah, I did. I very much did. It was some fun stuff. It was actually very much tug of war throughout the whole game.
Absolutely. There was just no telling where that game was going. It seemed like every hit, the momentum was changing, even though, like winning on one map, they were getting hit by so many, specials. Their hits were getting so coordinated. And at the same time, Optimistic Prime, You know, when they had the lead, Hate Culture was stopping them at every step of the way. It was so exciting to watch.
I had a very fun time being there. I had a fun time casting with you, Hollywood. Maybe sometime in the future, when in the bracket rounds that are coming up, because I believe that this is the last game of the group stage, or am I incorrect?
I don't believe that's the last game. But,
no, not the last game.
I'm gonna
we're
check.
We're in the last grouping. We're in the last grouping of the group stages.
Yes.
Yes. And then we have the bracket rounds after this. Maybe sometime in the bracket rounds we will cast again.
Absolutely, I'd love to have you again. We'd love to. We'd love to hear from you again. I do believe that we've got 2 more group matches coming up. Also, I must remember to remind everyone
when
to head on over. The next game should be on Sunday, June 24th.
Sunday.
That is when it's the scheduled deadline, I should say, and the scheduled playtime will be July 1st. So somewhere around there. Okay.
All right.
I should remind everyone to go on to mavwar.com/vote MVP. Vote for whoever you thought was the best player. I'm Hollywood. This was Infested Soul. I had a great time casting this match. Hope you all enjoyed watching it.
Yes. Have a wonderful evening. We bid you adieu.